Greetings, and welcome to the Wonders Hour, where any subject can be explored, any question asked. The Wonders are a collective consciousness from the 29th dimension of reality, channeled through Rene Gadet. They have chosen to speak at this time to help humankind empower itself. In this hour, you'll be entertained, enlightened, and guided to new realizations about yourself and the world that surrounds you. Now let's meet your hosts, Rene Gadet and his wife Maggie, who together bring you the Wonders.
And greetings.
Greetings, Wonders.
Greetings, Maggie.
Would you please go to whom, to where, and to when you are directed? Would you please locate your coordinator, Maggie McGoffin Gadet, on November 4th, 2001?
Yes, we have you.
We are gathered here at 8361 11th Line, RR number 2 in the town of Thornton, in the province of Ontario, to do a general session for the A Trip to Interdimensionality workshop group entitled The Snake and the Sun, How Do They Relate? Would you please begin?
As we suggested yesterday, this 2 sessions today will be of great interest to most of you, for they will expand and explore beyond that which was discussed yesterday. In the first 4 sessions of this particular workshop, we basically moved to explore with you your perspectives of growth, your perspectives of choice. Now let's explore something else for the, quote, fun of it, unquote. In your society, in your history, in your previousness, the image of the snake and the image of the sun have permeated different races, different moments of time and space, and still do to an extent in your existence today. And oftentimes they represent there's a certain symbology to them. They represent, in effect, certain deities, certain goddesses to the individuals that worship them. But even further than that, there is a certain representation that on a subconscious level moves individuals to be attracted to the snake and the sun. Now, this particular session, we assure you, is a history lesson from one perspective. And it will explore certain moments of time and space that have never previously been discussed by ourselves, or others for that matter. The snake and the sun were symbologies created in order to move society from a perspective of consciousness to a greater perspective of consciousness. First came the sun, then the snake. The sun itself was seen and viewed by society at a certain point in time as being that which would create, that which brought life to existence. Oftentimes, it was used as a symbology for a deity. In Egyptian times, the sun was worshipped dramatically. It was oftentimes viewed as that which came from the sky. There are certain references you'll find in your history that reference the sun to certain visitations by extraterrestrials to the planet. And if you do a little homework, you will be able to correlate one to the other. But in truth, the concept, the conceptualization of what the sun meant, of how that came about, was in fact a seed planted by ourselves thousands and thousands of lifetimes previous to this. This was a seed necessary to move the consciousness from a perspective of self-harm forward. Now, many individuals use this to bring harm to others instead. And that was not the intention, but it was the choice made by certain individuals. And this harm is what brought about the demise and fall of many civilizations. Had civilizations used this particular symbology to the extent that it was given, then the symbology would have advanced the consciousness far, far beyond that which it has advanced to presently. The originality of the sun was not the sun itself, though it was viewed as that. The symbology that we gave, the symbol itself, was a symbol representative of a pattern of energy moving through the universe, which, if viewed, if perceived in its entirety, and if appreciated, would raise and shift the perspectives of belief structures, the perspectives of consciousness, sufficiently to move individuals to a perspective of oneness. This is how it was intended. And this is what we gave. And we did this on more than one occasion, we assure you. You will find the perspectives of this symbology wrapped into your societal existence. Today, it is often used in part, not in its totality, but in part, in what is now known as Reiki. Certain symbologies that we gave to humankind found their way into this particular modality of healing. The radiance technique is another example. However, it is only portionate, a part of the total symbology given. That which we ourselves provided humankind originally was a symbology so complete, so absolute, that viewed from the perspective of that which we gave, could be perceived as that which would create and support the existence of existence. In the time, civilization that it was given, it was fashioned, the symbol was fashioned out of gold, out of the metal gold, which is why it has been perceived as the sun. The fashioning of it was the choice made by the individuals to which it was given. It wasn't our choice, it was their choice. For that is the only methodology they knew to be able to represent what they perceived to be a deity, a higher essence. Unfortunately, their consciousness perceived us as the deity. And so we ourselves retreated. We ourselves removed ourselves at that point in time and space. For it was not our intention to represent ourselves in this fashion. Individuals chose to view that which they perceived, a phenomena, in effect similar to what you're perceiving today with this one. And they perceived that as the musings of a deity. We assure you, however, that it was as a result of this shift in perspective by themselves that they chose instead to harm others as a result of this. Much has been done in the name of Ra. Much has been said about Ra. Much has been described about Ra and ascribed to Ra. But the originality of Ra, which is what we ourselves moved ourselves to, and there was a name given to that which we were, that originality, in effect, was not that which you perceive in your history books.